That's right. Greetings, everybody. Greetings tonight. Greetings this evening. Yeah, this your main man. This your guy. This your dude. This is Mr. O once again, hitting y'all with that spicy stuff once again. And I'm back tonight because I came across a couple of articles recently, and it pertained to the one I did podcast I did earlier. This one, the first one, as you probably gonna see the title of it. Um, you know, Mark Burns, uh, Victoria Cruz, or should I say VictoriaCoonz, and oh boy, look here. I'm at a loss for words right now, though. But the thing is that I'm just gonna read you this commentary right here, and I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna just come back because y'all probably heard about this, which is probably the most idiotic thing I ever seen. Um, now my good friend Irving Griffin had already did a podcast earlier on it, so I'm not gonna go ahead and repeat what he said on there because he already did a podcast on there about the whole thing. So if y'all want to hear that article, you can go to his podcast channel. That's Irving V. Griffin Jr. on Spreaker. But it is concerning about what one of Trump's coon pastors, Mark Burns, he recently tweeted cartoons of Hillary Clinton in blackface. It was real ignorant, and I'm really not going to spend too much time on that because, I could care less about any of these coon pastors from this guy to Daryl Scott, the head pimp in the pulpit, because that's all these preachers are nothing to me of anyway, nothing but pimps in the pulpit, and they have gone ahead and did a disservice to the black community for years. But that's my personal take on it, though, because right now, as you probably hear the sound of my voice, what's really raising my ire. Excuse me. Got to get that alkaline water, dog. Boost your alkaline levels up. Talk to me about the late, great Dr. Sebi. Well, really the ones that burns my ire, because I also went in on Victor Cruz as well, of him being the newest occupant of the coon train. But the one thing that I really came across is, because social media has been on fire ever since about with the Colin Kaepernick situation. Now you got idiotic athletes like New Orleans Saints quarterback Drew Brees, a certain number 20, a certain cornerback in Seattle, and of course the asshole from NASCAR, Tony Stewart, which he ain't nothing more than just suspected white supremacists anyway. And now even the San Francisco police right now is demanding an apology for Colin Kaepernick. Man, please. But there's something I did come across. There is something I did come across on when it was on Facebook. I did see it on there. Y'all just give me 1 minute. Just hold on 1 second. I'm trying to multitask here as I look for it. because actually, you know, you got a lot of veterans that's came to the defense of Colin Kaepernick. You know, because the trolls and the haters, like, you know, you got a video of a guy who's burning a jersey, well, more like it's a T-shirt of Colin Kaepernick. You know, yeah, yeah, but you know that um, typical trolls. Yeah, here's this the one. It's from a veteran fellow blogger by the name of Jim Wright, Vietnam vet, and I'm saying like that. I'll post this up, or I'll get the link for you and everything. I'll put it on my Facebook page, and y'all can get it from there, or y'all can go to my Facebook page and get it and read it for yourself right there. Who came out and defended Kaepernick, former Navy veteran and everything. Um, yeah, apologies for the long pause. But this thing with, I'm gonna get back to Jim Wright in a minute. But this thing with Mark Burns and Victor Coonz, it seems like now the Coons are now coming out being the attack dogs. Now here you got once again asshole Stephen A. Smith, and I will be expecting something from Charlene Barkley as well. Um, Asking Colin Kaepernick saying why he doesn't protest about black on black crime. Yep, it seems like the white supremacists have sent their attack coons to come out here to defend them. You know, it's sort of like that Donald Trump meme I saw with with them two hog mall sisters, Diamond and Silk, saying, "Better be quiet, or else I'm gonna sick my pet coons on you." That's exactly what's happening right here. You know, you got everybody from what the San Francisco police talking about saying, "Oh well, Kaepernick should apologize." Man, fuck y'all. Shoot. You know, some of these police officers, I swear, they're the biggest crybabies in the world. I mean, it's always bitching about something. Always bitching. Shoot. Obviously, Colin struck a nerve and touched a nerve. And these morons can't seem to handle it. But like I said, Drew Brees, he recently came out and he said about what Kaepernick did. Um, he shouldn't have said that, da 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 da, all that and this and everything. But you know what? I stand behind my man, Colin Kaepernick. I stand behind him 110 million%. And like I said, I'd rather let him tell you better than I would. Just hold on 1 second.
There have been situations where I feel like I've been ill. Yes, but there have been situations where I feel like I've been ill-treated. Yes, but this stand wasn't for me. This stand wasn't because I feel like I'm being put down in any kind of way. This is because I'm seeing things happen to people that don't have a voice, people that don't have a platform to talk and have their voices heard and affect change. So I'm in a position where I can do that, and I'm going to do that for people that can't.
Is this the first year that you haven't stood up? Did you do it other years, or is this the first time?
This year's the first year that I've done this.
You did all the previous games so far?
Yes.
It's the first time it's done.
Yes.
How did your teammates respond when you explained yourself today, and what was the support like?
The support I've got from my teammates has been great. You know, I think a lot of my teammates come from areas where this might be a situation. Their families might be put in this situation. It's something that I've had a lot of people come up to me and say, you know, I really respect you for what you're doing and what you're standing for. So to me, that's something that I know what I'm doing, what's right, and I know other people see what I'm doing is right. It's something that we have to come together, we have to unite, we have to unify and make a change.
All right, that was from San Francisco 49ers quarterback Colin Kaepernick. And like I said, I'd rather let him tell it to you than I would. That's coming out of his own mouth. You know, you got all the haters, you know, and you know it's something like that. Now you got not only Tony Stewart but Drew Brees talking about saying, well, like this. You tell you the truth, all three of them just need to shut the fuck up right now, because they just only kissing tail, because the fact of the matter, they want to try to get endorsement deals, doing the same thing Cruz did and doing the same thing that Cam Newton did. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't know what the hell they're trying to prove, but like I said, to go ahead and throw, you know, for Breeze and number 25 to throw shade at Colin Kaepernick, I don't expect somebody like Drew Brees to understand. You know, see, he's always been a proponent for white supremacy, always has been, because he can't see what's going on. He don't understand what's it's about. Then, you know, like I said, him, like many other white people that think like him, most, not all, he's part of the problem. And the same thing go for Coons, like VictoriaCoonz, like Mark Burns, like Stephen A. Smith, Charles Barkley, Bow Wow, brain freeze, Larry Elder, Jesse Lee Peterson, Brandon Browder, you know, because, you know, Adrian Foster has come to Colin Kaepernick's defense. Tiki Barber came to Colin Kaepernick's defense. And it's probably a few others that do too. But, you know, it's like I said, I'm proud of that brother for doing what he does. And like I said, and I said earlier this morning, my earlier podcast, if anything happens to him, or any malice happened to him, it's going to be a problem. It's seriously going to be a problem. But You know, like I said, like you expect the backlash. These trolls, these haters, these old fake ass patriots. You know, not even real Americans, not even real American at all. Now, Jim Wright is the Navy veteran who I told y'all about. He's a blogger, and his statement, his article has went viral in defense of Colin Kaepernick. He said, "Yes, I'm a serviceman and all that, but he also was taught in the military at the same time that respect is a two-way street. You know, respect has to be earned and not given." I'm saying like that. He respect Colin Kaepernick's right to do what he does, and it has to be earned. I mean, like he ain't falling under the illusion of this like to conformity and conversiveness of like, oh, you know, we got to still stand and pledge allegiance to a goddamn rag, and you know, but in the meantime, they can still get out here and kill our people, men, women, and children, unarmed and innocent, with impunity, and they're supposed to suffer in silence. Kiss my ass. You know, some of these idiots I've argued that tried to argue with me, particularly on Facebook, especially some a-hole from out of Pembroke Pines. Last name begin with the letter R. You know, but you know, like I said, he's a young and dumb cunt that don't know whether he coming or going, or doesn't know his own asshole from a hole in the ground, because you know that's how he was raised and taught to be an asshole. But then again, he's one of those types. She's one of those types too that like saying, "Oh, I'm not racist. I do got black friends and all that." Yeah, but when you get around your peers, he's probably getting out there saying nigga, 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 nigga. You know. But like Victor Cruz, you know, both of them, they got self-hate issues. Being of the same ethnicity, they got self-hate issues. You know, so they claim to be another nationality or being something they're not. They basically got their quote-unquote honorary white card. You know, but I've already blasted VictoriaCoonz. I've already blasted her. You know. But this thing with so-called Pastor Mark Burns, he's one of the biggest coons I ever seen in my life. You know, he's a Donald Trump supporter, and I've already got my stance on that because, like I said, I'm not supporting him and I'm not supporting Billary either. But you know, like I said, he's an attack dog, and for doing all this, and see, this is what coons do. They go ahead and protect their white supremacist masses and stuff like that just to uphold the white supremacy agenda. Just like same thing with Stephen A. Smith. He comes out there asking Colin Kaepernick why he doesn't protest about black on black crime. Newsflash, Stephen A. Smith. There ain't no such thing as black on black crime. Crime is crime, period, you idiot. Maybe if you take the time and go and research FBI.gov and look at the 2014 crime statistics, you would know that. But then again, you sounded like a push back the Tallahassee headline David Clark. That big mouth he got. Please, you want to protest about something? Why don't he go ahead and grow a pair and go ask the superiors over at ESPN, why did y'all suspend me instead of suspending Michelle Beadle, who clearly violated ESPN protocol rules? How about that, Stephen A. Smith? You know, and the Drew Brees, Tony Stewart, and Seattle Seahawk number 25, man, you guys can fuck off. I mean, I know Brees and 25, y'all gonna get your little endorsements and all that stuff gonna head your way. That's another reason why Victor Cruz did what he did and said what he said, which is idiotic and so asinine. Man, you look here. If you ain't got nothing intelligent to say, man, you should just kept that shit to yourself, because now you're making yourself look like a fool. And do you think these little cheap shots, these little pot shots you guys throwing at Colin Kaepernick for going ahead and taking a stand and using this platform for what's right and speaking for people who don't have a voice, then you're part of the problem. A big part of the problem. Now, I have family too that served in the military. An older sibling, older brother that served in the military and that served in the military proudly, fought in the Iraqi War when they liberated Kuwait from Saddam. And I ain't got no problems with Saddam Hussein, you know. May he rest in paradise. But even he knows that even in this country, that it doesn't matter what you do or what we do, a black man ain't still gonna get the respect or anything that he don't deserve. Cause see, now you got what you got now. You got a lot. These racists done went and emboldened themselves, and like I said in one of my last podcasts, the internet is one of the things that allow for that to happen. Because see, it done embolden them, because see, now they can hide behind a keyboard, hide behind a fake avatar, no picture, no nothing at all, and then say all these little stupid comments. Same thing things that they wouldn't say to you if it was face to face. Because see, guess what? See, the veil has come down. The hoods are coming off. The white supremacists are being exposed daily. You know, and the suspected ones. But people, I'm talking to my people for a minute. We happen to be at war, whether you understand that or not, understand it or overstand it. And never mind, not only we got to fight the enemy on the outside, but we also have to fight the enemy from within, because we got too many agent provocateurs within our community that goes ahead and buck dance and soft shoe coon things like, you know, being the newest initiated member of the We Sick Boss gang, to showing Hillary Clinton how to do the wobble to just to garner black votes. Roland Martin. To these black feminists going ahead here and consistently attacking Nate Parker for something that happened 17 years ago, and who he happens to be, his spouse happens to be, when evidence has already been proven that, you know, that he was acquitted. But some of our women just don't want to let it go. Instead, they come here to defense of the victim, who, by the way, committed suicide in 2012 after that. You know, so I mean, like, yeah, sorry about that. You know, multitasking at its best. So it's like this. So what he's saying, you know, because see, we for years, for weeks, for months, have always said that, well, some of these black athletes, they got this money, they have a platform. Why they not trying to do nothing to try to hold and help their people? Oh, but when they do, when they do step up, and all of a sudden y'all want them to shut up, you know? And then this is what they do. And, you know, like I said before, like I said earlier this morning, I said like this. See, those white supremacists is only going to tolerate you, and they're going to like you as long as we keep them entertained. But the minute we start speaking out on something that pertains to our people and want to make a change for the betterment of our people, now all of a sudden we're labeled, oh, he unpatriotic, or he's un-American, or well, he's racist. He racist against white people. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you, cracker, something right now, motherfucking now. I'm gonna put stop to this shit. First of all, I'm gonna say this one more time. But then again, like I said, the crap that you got in your ears, you probably don't need. You have a hard time comprehending, reading, and arithmetic, and you damn sure have a hard time writing. Black people cannot. Our key word, cannot be racist. Okay, we don't have a system in place in order to go ahead to practice that. And even if we did, it would not benefit us as a collective. We're not the ones going around the world, oppressing people of indigenous origins. Okay, stripping the land, robbing the land, plundering, looting, stealing, raping the women and children, killing the men and children. Okay, we're not the ones going ahead here and bringing drugs and alcohol and everything into urban and what you would call urban areas just to keep them incapacitated. We're not the ones that's going ahead and pulling away resources that those same communities need for them to prosper, which leads to economic deprivation, which leads to poverty, which leads to lack of jobs, lack of education, lack of resources. And then they have to, and people in that, some of the people in that community have to devolve in doing non-mentionable acts and lack of integrity acts to try to survive. Things from going ahead and stealing or selling drugs to children. Or we're not the ones that set up little health clinics in the hood or come through at blood banks talking about saying you want us to give blood, when truth and actuality is you're just injecting them with the AIDS virus and all that to try to contract it, to try to boost your little statistic studies that majority of AIDS victims happen to be black, when we know that's not true. We know about the little chemical and biological and genetic game that you're playing. Everything from spraying chemtrails over black neighborhoods. I remember when I was a kid growing up here, used to come outside. I seen every type of birds chirping and everything, from blue jays to the mockingbirds, the robins, cardinals, house sparrows, pigeons, and on occasions, we seen like a red-tailed hawk or a kestrel, or maybe a little screech owl that flies at night, burrowing owls, whatever. Egrets, ibis. Now, these days, you still see them, but not so much. White supremacy is a con. And white supremacists are nothing more than the biggest BS artists I've ever seen in my life. And now, you got a lot of these fake patriots, both white and black. Yeah, you even got some black people that's throwing shade at Colin Kaepernick, cooning for the opposite. Talking about saying, well, I'm military and what he did was wrong. He should have stood up and saluted. Fuck y'all. I didn't do that shit in high school, and I'm glad I didn't. Because I told you like this, the motherfucker who wrote the damn thing, Francis Scott Key, was a fucking racist slave owner and a white supremacist. And he even said it out of his own mouth. He said, like, Africans in America are a distinct and inferior race. But he the one who wrote the Pledge of Allegiance. So I'm supposed to stand up, put my hand on my goddamn heart, and pledge allegiance to a Star-Spangled Banner of trade and commerce, because that's not the real American flag to begin with. People, stop fooling yourself. That is not the real American flag, because that's why it's called the Star-Spangled Banner. It's a banner is used in a corporation, and that's a banner of trade and commerce. You want the real American flag? I'll explain that later on in the week. And you ain't got to believe me. Google it up. But boy, I tell you, the Colin Kaepernick backlash is getting something else. You got the San Francisco Police Department hating on Colin. And you know what? Like I said, we have to go ahead and galvanize ourselves and get behind this brother. Because like I also said before, it seemed like it's the biracial brothers, him, Jesse Williams, Alicia Keys, as Taurine Rain would say, and I forgot who else. Oh, Zendaya, who plays the new Mary Jane in the upcoming Spider-Man movie, Homecoming. They're the ones who taking the stand on the front lines. And but all of them got one thing in common. Both of them come from a mixed couple, or their mom being white and their dad being black, or vice versa. But Colin Kaepernick's case, yes, he came from there, but I think they gave him up. His white mother, white father gave him up for adoption, and he was raised by white parents in Wisconsin. And I'm gonna tell you once again, kudos to Colin Kaepernick's Wisconsin adopted parents for keeping it 100 with him, telling him that, hey, you're gonna experience things and you're gonna go through things that your siblings, your brother, your adopted brothers, your brothers and sisters not gonna go through. And they told him from that with birth and when he was young, from rip. And Colin understood that, because it doesn't matter, if your mom was white or your dad was white and your mom or your dad was black, from an interracial marriage. And I don't care how much money you have or how much status you have, like that, the people who don't like you, they're gonna tolerate you for a while because you bringing them money, you doing this like that. But at the end of the day, they still gonna look at you as seeing you as a nigga. They still gonna see this. But at the same time, I also said too, and this is why I always said not every white person is a racist, and not every black person is considered your brother or sister. Just like to these brothers who shitting on Colin Kaepernick, fuck y'all. And to these sisters and these so-called black feminists that's throwing shade at Nate Parker because he coming out with the movie Birth of a Nation, but I think Professor Black Truth had gave me an update. I think they said they're not going to show it. I don't know why, but I'm going to look more into that. And if they doing that, I'm not so surprised, because that movie is too powerful. And I guess they don't want to bring that to the silver screen. To these black feminists, black women who throwing shade at Nate Parker, and probably throwing shade at Colin Kaepernick. Fuck y'all too. Y'all these motherfuckers around with this. Y'all the same ones who also down with that swirling shit too. And this broad that was online, Christina Carasina or whatever her name is, shit, she just got her ass embarrassed and stuff because a dude that she subscribed to, a white dude, veganator, put her on blast. Because she for years have been coming on social media blasting, throwing black men under the bus. Now keep in mind, she's a black woman, but she's also telling black women, you got to get down with the swirl. First of all, when I was growing up, when I heard the term swirl, that reminded me of a damn ice cream cone mix that was at Dairy Queen. That's where I grew up. All this swirling about like that, please get out of here with that. It sounds irreprehensible anyway. But I just wanted to go ahead and do this short one and all that. But I'll be back on air tomorrow. But it's not going to be about that though, because tomorrow's going to be a real special one. So I'm going to tell you to tune in and everything on there. But this should before I leave. First of all, just give a shout out to Colin Kaepernick for keeping it 100. Do what you do, son. We right behind you. The Melanoid Nation's behind you. I want to give a shout out to Irv Griffin for bringing me up to date on that Mark Burns situation, blackface with Hillary Clinton. Welcome Kimberly Frazier to the Spreaker family. Go to her channel, and she gonna come with some in-depth stuff as well on her podcast channel via Spreaker.com. Kimberly Frazier, that's her channel. And also shout out, much love to go to J Miller Speaks, Phil from the Advice Show, Mr. Superboy 223, Taurine Rain, the Lives one, Michael Sowell. The Jedi. Hey, Jedi, That was a good one you did about Meg Parker. That's the best Becky impersonation I've ever heard. Kudos go to the Jedi for that one. Go to his channel too on YouTube as well, cause Jedi come bring it raw with no chaser. Who else I'm trying to remember? Oh, Knowledge Speaks Truth. Dang, it's a lot of other people who I couldn't mention or I didn't mention. I forgot. My apologies on that. But I am broadcasting live via Facebook, via YouTube, Twitter, and now currently Tumblr. So you can go to that as well. But before I go, not only that, also, like I said, give a shout out to Kai's Kitchen 305. If you guys come down to South Florida, you in the Miami area, you want a good cuisine, black owned, black operated since for past 25 years and still going strong. Just holler at my man Jay down there at Kai's Kitchen 305. He's the proprietor, operator, owner. And if you're looking for some apparel, some Afrocentric pro-black apparel, and you need, or primarily if you got some heels and you need repairing, go down here to Green and Sons next door. That's on Northwest 62nd Street and off 7th Avenue, next to Kai's Kitchen 305. Talk to my man Tyrone Green. They good peoples. I've known them for years, and that's where I go to try to get my shoes repaired as well. And for the gospel inspired, he has things there for you too, CDs, DVDs, things like that. And also check out Rasul's menswear too, for the brothers and for the sisters too. You want a nice outfit, just go to Rasul's right there. Holler at Ronald Malik, he'll take you up and dress you up nice. And also too, more importantly too, when I talk about white supremacy, and I also said that the way to combat that is through black economics. Black economics meaning our dollars. We keep our dollars circulating within our community. That's why I promote these black businesses. We got to circulate our dollars in our neighborhoods. You know what I'm saying? The Koreans do it. The Jews do it. The Cubans do it. Mexicans do it. The Italians do it. It's about time we start doing it. We go ahead and get money. We want to go ahead and spend it with everybody else. So the some of the guys that like to go to the little strip clubs, from King of Diamonds to Club Live to 11, or what's that new one? The Office. Oh God, I don't know why I mentioned that hole in the wall. Y'all make it rain there. How about making it rain in a black-owned bank? And we got one right down here in Miami. We got 38 black-owned banks in the country. And you can go online and open an account up, or you can go, if you're from here in the Miami area, in the Liberty City area, Overtown, Brown Sub, Robin Hood, Largemont, Opelika, Carroll City, Hialeah, Seminole. We got you right there. Okay? One United Bank, 3275 Northwest 79th Street. That's in Miami. That's, once again, let me say it. One United Bank, 3275 Northwest 79th Street. That's in Miami, Florida. Okay? And don't tell me talking about saying, well, I ain't going to have time to make it there. You can still go online, download the app. If you got the iPhone, you can download it from your app store, or if you got an Android phone, preferably the Samsung Galaxy Note 7, the boss of bosses, the baddest smartphone on the market. I'll be talking about that tomorrow. Go to the Google Play Store. I got to big up that phone there. And also, finally, shout out to not only my biological family, but also to my extended family on Facebook, my extended family through social media, but mostly a shout out to the Samsung Knights for keeping it 100 as we've been doing all these years. Yeah, not only that I'm a member, but I'm one of the founding fathers, one of the three kings. So don't get it twisted. This your main man. This your boy. It's Mr. O. Signing off. Peace out.